Hey guys, welcome back to your favorite wrestling duo that started in the past couple of months.
Welcome
My
back to
name is
another video.
Chris.
We're here. He's Chris. I am Vincent. Welcome back.
As you can tell, we're still testing out intros to see what works and what doesn't. I guess I'll go in the does not work
We're
pile.
going to be we are going to be a legendary duo someday, and today is not that day, of course.
It could be.
It could have been, but we kind of botched it. Unfortunately, we're gonna be on Botch Media one day. One day we'll be there when everyone
Uh,
knows who we are.
well,
Or
regardless,
at
you know,
least
it's
a
not work.
handful of people. Like an indie show.
I'll take it. You know,
Yeah, we'll be the indie show of the wrestling community, the IWC,
sometimes you just gotta take what you can get. You know,
YouTube wrestling community, the YWC.
but look, there's more stuff going on the social media aspect of the wrestling world, specifically between Mark Henry and Ryback, everyone's favorite match from WrestleMania 29, I'm sure.
That's true. I
They had
actually
some
didn't watch
words.
WrestleMania 29. See what happened was I didn't, the WWE Network didn't exist at the time. I was bamboozled by somebody that was like, well, actually, no, that wasn't the year I was bamboozled. I was bamboozled the previous year. Anyway, not a story. Anyway, that should be told. Basically, I just looked at the results and I saw the match ended like really quickly. That's really it.
I remember the match ending when Ryback went for a shell shock or something, but Mark held
Yeah,
onto the ropes,
that's
so he
what I
just
saw.
fell on top of him.
Yeah, I saw the picture and I like read it and I was like, wow, that's pretty epic, man. That's pretty dope.
It's pretty epic, gamers.
Yeah. Or whatever I said at the time. I was a child. I don't know.
He said in the full grown voice, it's pretty epic, gamers.
That's pretty cool, man. Wow.
But okay, do you want to start off by talking about the controversy that happened? I guess.
It's also weird because, yeah, we could. But it's also weird because Ryback, man, he hasn't really been too big to the news because every time I see him, he's just blocking people on Twitter. Just that's only what people know him for, just blocking them on Twitter. That's like, oh, we don't know the reasons behind it. I guess they might be being mean, they might not be. I don't know. But I just feel like Ryback's maybe he's a little sensitive of a guy, you know?
All I know Ryback for is, like you said, blocking people and saying crazy things.
Sensitive big guy, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe possible. He might
but
block us, actually, after this video.
we'll take it.
If it happens, you know who did it. Right? Well, actually, we'll tell you. We'll tell you.
We'll tell you it was Ryback.
Yeah, so Ryback shouldn't block us, or else he'll get bad publicity from
Oh,
us.
whatever, do what you want.
If you want to, though, sure, why not? We honestly don't care. We don't even look at your tweets, to be honest. But yeah. Anyway, let's get to the controversy.
Yeah, so do you want to tell it or do you want me to?
I think you should tell it.
Okay.
I guess do you want to summarize this tweet, or you just want to read this one out? I think this one, the first one. That's why I'm asking you to read it, kind of.
Boy, is there a lot to talk about. Well, before we start, I'm just gonna put it out there. We're not gonna like read out every single thing because if I did, we'd be here for like, you know, 12
As long as
hours,
our actual podcast goes, which is like an hour. We're up
maybe
here
even longer.
possibly, yeah.
But bottom line is, WWE Fox about to tweet: the best superstars to never win the WWE Championship is blank. No, obviously, probably someone to fill in the blank. Ryback didn't like that. Didn't take too kindly to that. Uh, saying that wrestling's fake, the championships are props, whatever. Nobody actually won anything, right? But Mark Henry did not take kindly to that at all.
Indeed, he did not. He didn't like it. He said that you're disrespecting the business, pal. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what your game is here. I just don't like it. I don't like you.
Right?
And he wants to kick his ass as well.
He wants to kick his ass. He wants everyone in the season to kick his ass, call him an asshole, all the fun stuff.
Yeah, he said, if people walk by you ever, I want them to disrespect the fuck out of you. You don't deserve to be respected anymore. And Ryback didn't take too kindly to this, and he wrote a fucking book. He wrote a fucking Bible on
And what
this
the
man.
hell?
He wrote his own Bible on this guy.
Before we start, I just want to make it very clear. You're like, maybe don't do the book joke because that's like a joke that like boomers use or something.
My
What the
guy, I
hell?
told you that beforehand. I created my own version of it. God damn it, the Rye Bible,
It's because you can make it with a rival doesn't mean it's better. Like, whatever.
the Rye
Okay.
Bible. Get it on your local Twitter.
Well, regardless,
If you're not
you're
blocked, you might be able to see it.
true. True. So, point is, Ryback responds back. He's like, you know what? That was a tweet to Fox. It was a sarcastic tweet. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
That's what they all say.
Yeah. It's what everyone says when their words aren't taken kindly. And,
Yeah.
is what it is.
He doesn't want to be blackballed from the wrestling community, does he? No, he doesn't want to, because that's his main fucking fan base. That's who follows him right now. Of course, he's gonna be like backpedaling on that.
Yeah.
He was clearly kind. Okay, listen, I'm gonna say this. On social media, you really can't tell if someone's being sarcastic or not because it's in the form of text. But if even that's the case, next time try and be more transparent. Because even I can make shit sound sarcastic on like Twitter, maybe possibly, or at least imagine it. I don't know, but I think I do a good job. So I think you may need to put like commas in the right places. Formulate your fucking shit to actually mean what you say. Like actually mean what you're trying to tell people. You know,
If it was
like, if it's a joke,
sarcastic,
you could do it like a joke, right? That's I think what he's trying to do. He was like, he was a little joke out there. But I don't even think sarcasm even translates to really social media in the first place. I don't know, man, what he was going for. Other than I think he was actually being serious. So yeah,
even
but
if
I
you want
think
to get it across as
you definitely fix it up to make it sound how you want it to sound. So yeah,
but if you're trying to get it across as sarcastic, right? Liking the tweets from people who took it seriously might not be the best way to go.
that's also true. I don't know if you did that, didn't look into that, but I'm sure. Did you
Well, he
research?
responded.
Oh, what were you
There are a
saying?
few tweets that you see like people are like agreeing with him. He's like, "Oh, thanks for the support, thanks for the love, whatever."
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that did happen. I saw those with my own two eyes. So he's telling the truth. Wrassle Graps is a reliable source, confirmed.
This time,
Yeah. You want to keep going, Chris, with this summary of the thing, or
yeah. So, bottom line is, he puts out this whole long ride Bible, whatever you want to call it. It's about. I don't know why Mark chose to do that. I was being sarcastic, but I'm not gonna do any personal insult about him. Lo and behold, a few hours later, boom, brings out the personal tweets. You know, it's
what
going
year
off.
was this? I'm not sure what the timeline is here, but I'm pretty sure he did it recently, and if not, I found these tweets. So yeah,
And he says
and
things
Mark
like,
Henry responded to them. So yeah,
yeah, they said things like, I will break him apart like no other, along with the shit company that doesn't care about him that put him up to this. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that Mark Henry was sleeping before a match at WrestleMania, and the producer said, "Good luck working with that fat piece of shit," because Mark didn't want to take the time to come up with a good match. He also made the claim that John Cena didn't want to work with Mark Henry because he thought he was terrible.
Mark
You
Henry
know,
states that all of these are false, and that he helped John Cena get the Doctor of Thugonomus gimmick, and that he actually does fall asleep before matches, and it's good for him. He says it's a good thing to do. And guess what? Everyone knows about it. Vince McMahon knows about it. He can tell you about it. And guess what? It's what I'm famous for. Guess what? That's what I'm famous for. And
yeah,
yeah, basically, I'm not sure if he directly said anything about him being put up to the task by WWE, but that's really just a conspiracy from Ryback here. He's throwing out some conspiracy theories like, WWE paid you. He had a few tweets about this. WWE paid you for advertise or whatever he did. They paid you for this to basically trash my name and stuff like that, which I don't think is the case. I don't think WWE cares about Ryback. I just don't.
nothing to
Who
care
cares about
about.
Ryback? That's my question. Nobody.
That's true. Um, he hasn't really been super relevant, I'd say, until not until but since 2015, 2016, whenever. And I guess recently now that we're all kind of talking about him.
Yeah, he's been known for trashing the company, just shitting all over it. I guess because they do it, he feels like they did him wrong when he was there. So he kind of wants to get back at them somehow, basically just trash them on his podcast or whatever the case may be on Twitter,
Now,
as you see
to
now.
be clear, I just want to make it clear we're not defending WWE because we know that they're not a good company.
They're of course not. Yeah.
Yeah, just want to make that clear. Put it out there.
Yeah, but it just seems like maybe Ryback's just a bit salty, you know? Maybe he didn't get his run. Maybe he did. Oh, maybe all these things went during his run. And he blames the company, of course. He said, in multiple tweets that he didn't want to blame the wrestlers, of course, but he wanted to blame the company. And he doesn't want to go against that. And that's where he turned the positive note, apparently, and became Mr. Amen. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, after all the
Yeah, WWE does do wrong by their performers, as you see with all this different shit going on. You can probably see that in any fucking news report recently. So
I just watched the main roster, any new talent on the main roster after NXT.
exactly.
But after all the personal attacks, whatever, Ryback responds to a bunch of people who agreed with him. He said, "Thank you, appreciate it, whatever." I'm blocking Mark Henry. Here's my mukbang. Go watch it.
Yeah, the finale to all of this was I'm blocking Mark Henry. Here is a bacon sandwich mukbang. That's the most right back shit I ever heard in my entire life. God damn.
Yeah, so that's how that ended.
Not how I would handle a situation, but all right.
So we're gonna, of course, talk about this now. But before we do, down below, who do you side with? Let us know. We're curious.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like right now it's just a he said, she said, or no, it's a he said. There's no she involved here. It's a he said situation. And I think we can't really tell who's telling the truth, who's not telling the truth. But right now, it doesn't look too good for Ryback. It looks kind of good on Mark Henry's side of it all. But also, just starting this random ass beef might not be good for either of them.
But yeah, I was gonna say that too. I don't think it was necessary for Mark to go off on him like that.
Yeah.
Um, I can understand why he'd be a little upset, but I don't know if it's the best to kind of handle your issues publicly like that.
Yeah, if you
But
wanted to, I feel like they have each other's phone numbers, maybe. And if not, then just DM him if you want.
yeah, but I don't know.
Clearly,
I
it's
feel
his
like
own Twitter account, so I'm sure you may have seen it. If it's, of course, a verified person like Mark Henry. If he is verified, I'm pretty sure he is, right?
also there's a bunch of times within that first set of tweets from Ryback where he's like, we were on good terms before this. I don't know what happened. If that's the case, it shouldn't be hard to just talk to the guy and be like, "Hey, what's up?" For me,
Exactly.
so.
I feel like Ryback doesn't handle situations well. Blocks just people randomly. Just, I don't know. At least that's what I've seen from the outside. I've never been blocked by Ryback. I never interacted with Ryback before, so I don't know how the guy is. Sometimes it may just be a bunch of people salty that Ryback doesn't like them. But that's what he's known for. What do you want from me? But basically, I'm not here to spread like false shit. Even though Ryback's out here trying to spread the conspiracy theories and writing a Ryback shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they both handled this, like you said, the way that they should have. Like you said, privately is probably the best way to handle most beef and not put it out there. Because I think Mark Henry even asked for the agent, quote unquote, that Ryback said informed him of what was it? Do you remember which controversy it was?
Not informed him of it, but who told Ryback like, "Oh, he's not gonna get a good match out of that guy,"
Oh,
to be use a nicer terminology.
because Henry was sleeping. So he
Yeah,
thought he was lazy and whatnot. So Mark Henry said, "Hey, let me link me to that agent. I want him on the show, and I want to talk to him live on this show right here." So maybe
yeah.
don't do that. Maybe just handle it all privately. Bringing these people into a group chat, whatever you gotta do, and just handle that shit. I mean, I've never really been in too much controversy such as this, and I have no ill will towards Ryback. He's out there doing his mukbangs, doing whatever he's doing. I don't care. Same thing with Mark Henry. I don't listen to Busted Open Radio, but I know Mark Henry's a legend, and I would never disrespect him. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to the fake in the championships, how do you feel about that?
I understand what he was trying to say, kinda. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. I get that
That's
in
what
a
Mark
way
Henry
they
said.
might kind of be.
Because
Yeah,
Mark Henry said it's sports entertainment. That's how we say it. We don't say, "Oh, it's fucking fake," and that these championships are props. And he said they're not props. He's basically giving the point that there are prizes for basically all the hard work you put into the company, really. And that's how I look at it mostly. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if that's exactly what he said, but that's how I look at it. It's just like if you're doing a good job and here, of course, people believe in you and whatnot, and you politic maybe a little bit because that's just how wrestling is, unfortunately. Maybe you'll get the championship and you'll be a top star. But when it comes to Ryback and him being a quote unquote failure, when Mark Henry said he won any championships, that's not correct because he won the Intercontinental Championship. And Ryback said that, of course. But also, it's just kind of like he didn't do much during his run with NXT, with him just winning the Intercontinental Championship, Paul Heyman run, with the kiss on the cheek. None of that really did anything for him. And when he was getting pushed as a big Bill Goldberg type character like Ryback, but there's two people up, one person up, just squash matches every week until he gets to John Cena and loses, or CM Punk and loses. It's like, how long until they clearly didn't believe in Ryback, and I don't think maybe he didn't politic his way enough, possibly. So that sucks for him. But and also, I don't know. Maybe they just didn't feel like Ryback was the guy. I don't know. So unfortunately, he will be known as a failure because he was just determined, I guess.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Overall, I think I might side more Mark Henry on this one.
Yeah. Do you
Of
think
course,
Ryback was a failed experiment? What would you say about him being a failure?
I don't consider him a failure. I think that's more of a product of the company not treating him correctly, or not building him or doing storylines that make him look good. Because it's really more on the company with stuff like that.
It's more of a technicality. Like that's just how it is. Like I said, you don't politic your way enough, or like they don't believe in you, and the bookers don't believe in you, and whatnot. You're probably not gonna get to the point where you maybe should have been, because he was definitely over. People were saying feed me more. I was saying feed me more at the fucking dinner table in Buffalo Wild Wings, man, with my friend Josh or whatever his name was. So I'm just saying, shit was over with us as children, and we liked him. But it's just that the company not believing you is the technicality thing. So technically, he was a failure because no one really believed in him. Didn't make it too far. Did he get released? I'm not sure.
Um, it's either he requested it or he got released. I don't remember.
Yeah, one of those. But it's just unfortunate. No, not like I said, no ill will towards Ryback. But bad argument here. Like I said, outside with Mark Henry too.
All right, well, that's our thoughts. Of course, let us know down below. And I guess just lead us out with the plugs.
All right, don't block us, Ryback. Don't block us. Maybe do. I don't really care. Anyway, we're at Wrassle Graps on every platform, social media wise. On all podcasting platforms, we're Wrassle Graps, baby. Go and subscribe to us if you want to share your support on Apple Podcasts. Leave 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts, the only ones that matter. You know what? Go interact with us on social media because we want to actually hear your opinions. And if you want to support us, that's always a good way to support us. We want to know what you think about certain situations, such as these that we talk about. We want other people to be involved, other people to be recognized. All that different stuff. Um, Subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, dislike the video, comment underneath the video what you think about all this different stuff. Share the stuff, hit the notification bell wherever you can, and that's about it. See ya.
Yep. Yep. That's it from us. Of course, thank you for joining us. And enjoy the rest of your day, guys. See ya.